Hey you guys, what's up? I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to sit down and do a little life update plus a Q&A. I've been meaning to film this for weeks, but I've had to put other videos in front of it. But I'm so happy. It's Friday night. Grab yourself a little drink. I'm sipping on this Sauv Blanc. I'll have a little picture of it because I can't remember the name for the life of me, but it's so good. I highly recommend it if you like white wine. I'm a red wine drinker, but like my entire apartment is white, so we just can't be having those mistakes in this place. So we drink clear here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I polled you guys mainly on Instagram and asked you guys what questions you guys have for me, what things you guys need advice on, and you guys came with the questions. You definitely came with the good questions, so we're gonna be answering those today. And yeah, just kind of chilling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions for me in the future, I will be polling on my Instagram again, probably within the next month or two, so make sure to follow me on Instagram. And then I also put out some junk on TikTok as well, so follow me there as well. But I hope you guys enjoy. You know, give me your thoughts in the comments. If you guys have advice for anyone, throw them in the comments. But let's get into it. Let's first get into my life update. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you better go follow me on Instagram because I already announced it. But my life update is I quit my job. Y'all, I quit my job and I'm gonna be doing YouTube full-time. It's fucking surreal. Like, it's absolutely insane, and I'm like still shook. Like, I think I have cried more this week than I have cried in the last year. Like, my emotions are like a fucking roller coaster because one minute I'm ecstatic, the next minute I'm scared as hell. Like, it has just been a roller coaster all week. So just to give you guys a little bit of background on the process, I have been working full-time at my current job for 3.5 years. Right out of college, this was like my first big girl job, and I started in a shitty position where I was making booty money, and I've kind of worked my way up in the company, and I'm in a management position. I was really honored to get the promotion. I got the promotion, I believe it was, yeah, December 31st, because I was going to a New Year's Eve party that night. So I've only been in the role for 3 months, but in that 3 months, it ate away at my mental health like no other. Like, I was working 10-hour days. I would go to bed every night just thinking of how much I dreaded the next morning, all the shit I had to deal with, you know, things that would be blamed on me that were kind of out of my control. You know, I was wearing so many hats and trying to please everyone, but while in the back of my mind I knew I really didn't give a shit about any of this. You know, I am a people pleaser. I'm a very organized, dependable person when it comes to my career, but it didn't do anything for me but tear me down and take a toll on my mental health, honestly. March rolled around, and every day I would just sit and work, and I would just think about, I need to quit this job. I hate it so much. It's so draining. I have no life outside of working this job. And then, I mean, doing YouTube is fun and amazing, but I also need to see my family. I need to see my friends. I need to have some sort of outlet, like some sort of socialization. I've been cooped up in the house working my ass off, and this has been going on for a long time. You know, before I had a roommate, and so I would have some sort of socialization. We would chill, of course, and you know, she's my best friend, but now living alone, I was working these 10-hour days in a job I hated and not really seeing any benefit of it. I talked with my parents. I really needed them on board with this. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm still a teenager at heart, but I needed my parents to support my decision. And so I talked with them. I explained the situation, how it's just a toxic environment, toxic corporate environment. I can't really grow in this business like I can grow with my YouTube channel, and I just hate it. Like, it drains me of all energy and all excitement. And they were like, what are you waiting for? Just do it. Just quit. Like, you're already making like a good amount of money. Like, it's you know, it might be a little sketchy for a few months, but you can always get a part-time gig. You can always work at another place, but you can't keep working at this job that you hate. So ever since I talked to them, I knew that I was making the right decision. You know, your family has the best interest in you in general, so I had to get the blessing from the parents first, or just someone, you know, on my side, because all my friends were like, yes, do it, girl, like, you can do it. But like, having your family on your side, they always have the best interest at heart for you. They were scared as hell, don't get me wrong. They were like, girl, we can't afford to pay your bills. And I was like, no, that's not what I'm asking. Like, I need your support. I don't need your money, I need your support. I just need to know that, like, I'm making the right decision. So I talked to them, and they were my biggest #1 fans, and it makes me want to cry thinking about it, because like, they've always put my interests at heart. So I talked to them over the weekend, and then Monday morning I just had this fucking itch. I was kind of on autopilot. It was weird because I was like, you know, it was Monday morning, I was tired as hell, but I had this itch. Like, I felt like I had to like throw it up. Like, I just had to say it. So I called up my boss and I explained the situation. I explained that I would be working for myself here on out. He was shocked. But after that, I was really scared. I was like, damn, did I make the wrong decision? Did I do it too early? It's like, you know, when it comes to YouTube and income on YouTube, it's a fucking roller coaster. Like, one month you'll have an amazing month and you're like, damn, I can afford everything. And then the next month you're like, oh wow, what the heck happened? You know, like, it's very roller coastery. So yeah, you guys, I was scared shitless. Like I said, I have never cried so much in a fucking week. I was scared. And then Wednesday rolls around, and actually I was accepted in this Amazon influencer program. So pretty much before, I was like an Amazon associate. So like, I get money from affiliate links, a small percentage. And then they accepted me into this fashion influencer program. They actually reached out, and all of my commissions changed on Wednesday. And I went from making a little bit of money to like 3 times the income. And I sat there looking at how much money I've already made this month, and I lost it. I was like, wow, like, everything fucking lined up perfectly. Like, I don't know what I did to deserve like this reassurance. It felt like it came from something higher, like just like the world's aligning, letting me know that I was making the right decision, because I really needed it that day. I was feeling like really low about everything, and like, how am I gonna make this work? And that whole change went into effect, and I was like, shit, I can afford to pay my bills. Like, it all came together, and it was just kind of one of those moments that are just, you needed it so bad, and you really can't put a finger on how it happened, but it's like everything aligned at the perfect timing. Like, if I would have done it a week earlier, a week later, it wouldn't have aligned the same way and the way I needed it to. So it was the most reassuring thing. I also cried when I saw those numbers. I called my dad and I was crying on the phone. I was like, fuck, I made the right decision. Like, I'm gonna be okay. Like, because, you know, I don't know, at my age, I've never been self-employed. I've never done this before, so it's scary. There's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of things I'm gonna have to learn along the way when it comes to just like regular life shit, like health insurance. How am I gonna, like, what am I gonna do for that? You know, just saving money, because I'm gonna have to pay the government back like tenfold next summer. I have to learn how to like save money strategically, and I was just not really sure how I was gonna do all of that, but that was a really reassuring moment that I needed to see. So So yeah, that was super long-winded. I wanted to give you guys that life update. I know some of you guys were asking about it in the Q&A, and thank yous to everyone who wished me such good luck and was so positive. I really needed to hear it that day because, like I said, I was crying like a baby. I was like, you know, I'm gonna fuck everything up, but I know I made the right decision. YouTube is obviously my passion. You guys have been here for me more than like a lot of my friends. Let's just be real. Like, you guys have supported me like crazy. Some of you guys know what's going on in my life more than, yeah, some of my best friends, and I really generally value our friendship and just like what I know about your guys' life as well. Like, you guys obviously keep up with my life, but like I also know a lot about your life, and it's built that community and that friendship that I definitely wanted and longed for. So I'm so happy to be able to do this full time. Okay, you guys, so let's get into the questions. I know that was like the longest life update, so I apologize. I'll try and clip it down a little bit more because I started tearing up, I started rambling, all the emotions this week, honestly. But a lot of you guys had questions about business and starting your own business, whether it's a side hustle, YouTube channel. I'm gonna make a whole separate video on that because so many of you guys were asking me questions, and I want to put you guys onto this game. Like, you know, it's definitely gonna take hard work and some time, but you know, I was able to make this happen in about a year and a half, 2 years. So if you can dedicate your time like that, there is no reason you guys can't do it sooner than me, because I've done a lot of trial and error, honestly. So I would love to put you guys onto some more game on how to make some money either on YouTube or just online in general. So yeah, I'll make a whole video on that, and that will be coming out soon. I gotta strategize that one a little bit more because there's so much that goes into it, and there's so many tips I want to give you guys, and I want to make it a long, very thorough video. So that's going to be a whole separate video. So if you ask me any like business questions, I will address them in that next video. But let's get into some other stuff. So question 1, advice for a first date. So I think we addressed this one in my last Q&A, but I'll address it again. First, before the first date, you need to screen them with a little FaceTime. You know, call them up on the phone or have a little FaceTime one-on-one just for like 20 minutes. Say like, oh, hey, like I'm about to run out the house. I have to go meet up with a friend, but I just wanted to call and chat, like see how your week went. Something like that where there's a limited amount of time, so you're not gonna be on the phone for like an hour. So like just a 20-minute little conversation and see if it flows, to kind of screen them before the date. I think that's gonna help with like date jitters a lot more than just going on a first blind date, really not knowing anything about the person. When it comes to a first date, I would highly recommend doing something fun and interactive, like bowling, or like something where there's an event going on where it's not just one-on-one, like face-to-face the whole time. That would make me nervous as hell. So suggesting something fun like Topgolf or bowling or something with around a big crowd of people, like an event that's going on, something like that, like a food truck festival, something chill, relaxed, where you guys don't have to be face to face, just at dinner, just talking to each other the whole time, but it can be a little bit more interactive with other stuff going on, in case the conversation doesn't flow the way you want it to. And it's just gonna be more fun in general. It's gonna be a more memorable date. It's not gonna be so much pressure on you. So I highly recommend something like that for a first date. I don't like doing dinner as a first date or drinks because it's all, I mean, I enjoy talking to the person, but I don't want to have to just sit face to face and it's like a fucking interview. No. You guys, I'm literally like inching away from the light if you guys can't tell. I'm never again filming in this direct sunlight. It's not working for me. But the next question is, how do I let go of toxic friends? So that's a really good question, and I feel like that's just something you kind of grab onto over time. You know, you might not realize they're a toxic friend, but like one, they're like not super supportive of you making healthier changes in your life, or two, they only want to hang out with you to like party or to like have fun. They don't really really want to have a deep connection with you. I feel like toxic friends can come in so many different sorts. Or like 3, maybe they just talk mad shit about you, and you put up with it because they're like part of your friend group or something like that. I don't really know the whole scenario behind the question. I wish I had a little bit more detail, but how do you let go of toxic friends? I'm not gonna lie, it's hard as fuck, you know? They're people you know and trust and love, and I feel like it depends on the severity of it. Like if they, you know, if you guys have just kind of like separated paths, you know, they haven't done you dirty or anything like that, I feel like you can still maintain that friendship, but just kind of from afar, you know? Like, you know, see each other every once in a while, but know that, you know, your friendship and your relationship was great in the past. It might not fit the future you and like the changes you want to make, but like you can still have a deep loving friendship. But if they are just downright shitty friends, it might feel lonely at the time, but like breaking up like a friendship is the same as like breaking up as a relationship. It hurts for a little bit, and then you realize, damn, like I'm doing better without them. I'm feeling healthier, I'm feeling better about myself. And so I feel like if you just give yourself time away from that person or that friend group, you'll be better off in the future. Try and invest your time in more productive ways. You know, it could be as cheesy as like doing a Zumba class and making a friend there or something like that. It's hard making friends as adults, I'm not gonna lie. Like I have a really hard time making friends as an adult, but maybe it's holding on to that one friend who's really supportive and maybe, you know, clicking up with her friends or something like that. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. I feel like a lot of the time toxic friends aren't supportive of you because they can't set boundaries for themselves. I hope that makes sense. Like they see you setting boundaries about your life and leveling up, and they can't do that for themselves, so they don't want to support you. Okay, the next question is, I hate the awkward beginning stage of dating. Any advice for making it less cringy? I would say try and not get super clingy like super quickly. So if it's the first stage, you know, you guys are feeling each other out. You're trying to get a read on each other to see if you guys like each other, right? I'm assuming. You guys might be messing around and whatever it might be. I would say don't get too clingy too quickly, you know. Take a step back and just really try and conversate when you're in person. You don't need to be texting all day. I feel like that ruins every relationship at the beginning. Like there is so much pressure to communicate all the time with people, and I think the best conversations you guys can have is like when you guys are actually together. So taking a step away from texting all the time and communicating all the time, and just save your conversations for in person when you guys have time to hang out. And I mean, obviously try and make time for them. I think the best way to take it to the next level is to just, you know, set a date every week, every 2 weeks to hang out. You know, communicate a little bit there, here and there, but not every day, all day. Like that is some childish shit, let's just be honest. Like there's no reason for you guys to have to talk every day. And it saves conversation for when you guys are actually on a date, because there's nothing worse than texting all day and no one real-time life updates, and then you get to a date and you're like, oh, what do I talk about? Like, how did that conversation with Sally go? Like, come on. Like, save some stuff to talk about in person, have some fun experiences together, do something outside the box that kind of relates to the first question, like first date ideas. Have some fun with the dating, you know. Don't take it too seriously off the jump, because again, like this is kind of an interview process, you know, before they get the job. Just have fun with it. Do something fun and new that you guys have never done. Try a new place out to eat. Go to a different event together. You know, even if you want to take the date to the house, you know, you could like make pizzas together, or whatever it might be. Like do a little cocktail menu, whatever. Like make it fun and exciting, so you know you're looking forward to it and the other person's looking forward to it. But don't put a whole lot of pressure on the beginning stages of talking, because this is honestly just the time for you to have fun, to test it out. Don't put all your eggs in one basket either. You know, continue. Okay, the next question is tips on a long distance relationship that didn't start off long distance. Ooh, that's tough. I'm sorry. Girl, I've never done a long distance. Well, I have. It wasn't even a relationship though. Like, I was talking to a guy who lived like a few states away, and we were talking for like a solid year. I thought he was gonna be my new man. You know, I had never met the dude. Like, I only FaceTimed him. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking putting all that into a one man who I had never met. But yeah, pretty much I like really liked this guy. He lived in a whole nother state. When I first started talking to him, I met him on Tinder or something. He lived in Minnesota, but then he moved, and like, we just got real comfortable with each other. We were FaceTiming every night. I had never met him in person, and my dumbass was about to go out there and stay at his house and visit him for the weekend. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I was too broke to get a hotel or anything. But that's not the scenario at all. That was a whole tangent. When it comes to a long distance relationship, like, are you guys like seeing each other frequently or not really? I feel like this kind of relates to my last one, you know, like you guys gotta kind of keep it like interesting, like the dating phase. So I would recommend like not texting 24/7. Like I said, like nothing kills a relationship like conversing 24/7. Like, damn, that's annoying as fuck. I would keep it, you know, like texting to a minimum. You guys, obviously FaceTime is the perfect option, I'm sure, as you're probably using FaceTime a lot. No texting during the day, maybe a FaceTime call every night or every other night, just so you guys have something to talk about. Because it's like, damn, if you get into such a routine of texting all day, and maybe your FaceTimes are on Thursday, and your date is every other week or something like that, it's gonna get super repetitive. And one thing I've learned about guys is when it gets repetitive, it gets boring. And I feel like that goes with girls too, let's just be honest. Like, I don't want to expect the same thing every day. So I would say, yeah, just keeping your communication like face to face, or, you know, FaceTime to FaceTime, keeping things interesting. Also, I would say like little like sexy gestures here and there, like maybe a little sexting, a little Snapchat, sexy texts or whatever like that. Keeping it interesting and fun, but also being a little unavailable is good in every relationship, let's just be honest. Like, having some time to yourself and some independence is going to, it's gonna show them that like you have shit going on. Like, you know, you're still here to make time for them, you know, your full attention is on them when you guys are talking, but like, I have other things I gotta do during the day. So keeping a little bit of mystery to your life, you know, you're not gonna wake up every morning and give them a rundown of your whole day. Like, have some kind of conversation when you guys are actually able to communicate. So yeah, I don't know. I've never really done a long distance relationship. Like I said, the closest thing I ever did to long distance was with a guy I had never met, but like I was really liking him. So when we were talking, you know, it wouldn't be all day, but I'm not gonna lie, like we talked dirty like almost every day to each other, just like texting, you know, keeping it interesting. Well, he was in the office, I was in the office, you know, we would talk about some stuff, and then we would like, you know, Snapchat a little bit. But then we would also FaceTime all the time. So I don't know, I really have no good answer for a long distance relationship. So if any of you guys have been in a long distance relationship, let our person know what works. Next question, what did you go to college for? I went to college for management, business management, and entrepreneurship. Next question, are you seeing anyone? The same answer as last time. I'm dating. I am not exclusive with anyone, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm single. So if you have a brother, let me know. Just kidding. So the next question is, how do you manage your weekdays? I feel so swamped with work and doing YouTube. Yeah, it's crazy. So currently, I'll tell you guys a little bit about my schedule. This is what works for me. I try and put out 2 videos a week just to kind of stay consistent with it. I try and switch it up, but it's been a lot of hauls lately, which I love doing hauls. But I want to do like more lifestyle and just chatting with you guys, because this is where I really feel like I connect with you guys. Like, hauls are cool and all, but like I actually want to talk to you guys. I've been doing YouTube for about 1.5 to 2 years, and I've been working full-time that whole time, so working 8 to 10 hour days. So Monday through Friday, I spend my days editing. So after work, I'll edit. There was a period of time like where I would be filming after work. You know, if I have a video I have to shoot, I would film it after work and edit throughout the week if I didn't get time to do it on the weekends. But I've been very, very strategic about my weekends. I typically stay in Friday, well rested, chill on Friday, and then I will film like 2 videos on Saturday just to have a little bit of like work-life balance. I'll stay in on Friday, I'll film my videos Saturday morning, and then I'll do something with friends on Saturday night just to have a little life balance. I'll edit on Sundays, and I'll edit throughout that week, and I'll also place orders and kind of prep for next week's filming. So, but I would say just in general, making sure you are block filming your videos on the weekends or whenever you have free time, whenever you prefer, but just know in advance what days you are going to be filming so you can be energized, excited about it. I would highly recommend not filming on days where you don't want to, because that's going to come across the camera. And then just editing throughout the week. That was the most long-winded explanation, but I hope it helps. Okay, the next question is, what do you do for work? So I am a client services manager. That really means nothing to the average person. So for my company, we pretty much have a bunch of different clients. So we are an agency that works for other clients, and I pretty much make sure that all of our clients are happy. So I manage a team, we send in different reports, and I make sure that all of our clients are happy. And if shit hits the fan, I have to address it and I have to come up with a solution. So it's pretty much me managing a group of people, but also responding to all of our clients and making sure that everything is peachy. Okay, you guys, the next question is, when should I hook up with a guy I like? First date, 3rd, 5th? Girl, I'm never gonna tell you what day. I feel like that's totally up to you. I feel like everyone's a little bit different when it comes to sex. Like, personally, I'm clingy. I'm emotional when it comes to sex, so I'm not just going to give that to anyone, because I know that I'm gonna be a little crazy after. You know, if I were to hook up with a guy after a first date, and I might really like him, but I can't really get a read on how he feels about me, and then I have sex with him, that's gonna mess with my psyche. I just know it is. So personally, I wait a few days, a few dates, not a few days, a few dates, just so I can get a read on, you know, where they see me. You know, first of all, I want to make sure I really like them too. Second of all, I want to make sure I trust them. Trust is really huge when it comes to sex for me personally. I know there's a lot of people who can just have sex and set aside their emotions, and they don't feel that like sexual connection deeply and intimately. I personally do, and I know that about myself. Like, I learned that in my early 20s, and so now I don't do like hookups and stuff like that in my late 20s, because I know like when it comes to sex, like I'm feeling some type of way after. So it really depends on what you're looking for. Like, are you just looking for a hookup? Cool. Fuck them. If you're looking for a relationship, I would personally read out the person a little bit more, you know, see what they're all about, see how they treat you in the days coming, you know, after your first, second, and third date, like how they treat you on a regular basis, how they react to you, like turning them down on sex, you know, things like that. Those are kind of true tests of what they're looking for. Even if it's unspoken, you're gonna know kind of like, you know, if they're vibing with you just because they want to get in your pants, or if, you know, they're a little bit more respectful and understand why you want to take it slow. So overall, I would say go for it if you want to. It just depends what you want out of the relationship. It depends on how you react to having sex with someone. If you find it very intimate, wait on it a little bit. Next question is saving money when you're in hella debt. Okay, so this is hard because I don't know if I have like traditional views on when it comes to savings. Like, I don't think it's realistic for a lot of people. Like, I followed Dave Ramsey for a while, but I don't really agree with a lot of things he says. I feel like a lot of people can't get their foot ahead because they're not getting paid enough. I don't know, it's tricky though, because when you do get a promotion, sometimes you upgrade your life. Like, a lot of people upgrade their life. Like, they'll upgrade their apartment, they'll upgrade their houses, you know, start new projects and stuff like that. So that's when it gets tricky. But are you being paid enough? I feel like that's where you have to sit down and, you know, really lay everything out black and white. What are my monthly expenses? Lay them all out. It's really easy to find that using the Mint app. You can just sync it to your bank account and it's gonna track all of your expenses for that month. And then what's my income, you know? So you lay that out, you see how much money you have left over at the month. I feel like maybe a good thing to do is do like an auto withdrawal on the same day that you receive your paycheck. So you know that, let's say like $1,500 in expenses for that month, and you're making $2,500 in income that month. So you have $1,000 extra. So maybe save like $300 for like, you know, irregular expenses like going out to eat or whatever. Then you'll do like $600 into your savings account to pay off your debt or whatever it might be. And then I would invest some money in the stock market. That's just my personal thing is, I think you should always be investing a little bit of money every month into something that's going to make you money. I would not ever keep your money in a savings account for too long, especially one that's not making you any money. I need to get better at this because, yeah, I have like a few $1,000s saved in a savings account that's not making me any money. It should be moved into stocks or something where I'm actually making substantial money. Like last week I made like $200 on the stock market. Like, I would much rather have that $3,000 sitting in the stock market than in a savings account that's not making me any money. I know the stock market is, you know, gonna move up and down, but at the end of the day, it's gonna make me more money than it's sitting in a savings account. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but that's personally what I would do. I would just lay it all out using the Mint app. That's what I use. See how much extra money you have coming in. If you don't have any extra money and you find that your expenses are more than your income, it's time to look at a second job. It's time to look at asking your employer if you can have a promotion or like a raise or something like that. Stand up for yourself when it comes to raises. If you feel like you can justify a higher raise, go for it. The only thing they can say is no at the end of the day. And if they say no, they say no. But at the end of the day, that's one thing I've learned is I have never shied away from asking for raises. If I don't feel like I'm being paid enough, I'm going to bring it up to them, and 10 times out of 10, I'm getting a raise because they are too scared to lose me. It's too expensive to lose an employee. So ask for that raise, put that extra raise money towards your debt, and just auto pay that shit every month, baby. Like, you know, do what you can. Okay, you guys, so we wrapped up all the questions. You guys had amazing questions, so thank you to everyone who submitted them. I can't wait to do another one of these Q&A videos because I have so much fun just like chit-chatting with you guys. But if you guys want to leave me a question for the future, my Instagram is right here. I'll definitely be opening up another like chat box very soon, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you again to everyone who submitted. But if anyone has any advice for our questionnaires, drop them in the comments. I'm sure more people would love to hear. But yeah, thanks again everyone for all the support on quitting my job, and I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye guys.